Hey, good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. My name is Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to look at our energy for today. So let's get into it. We'll start off with an energy clearing, per usual, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. We have a new moon in Cancer on the 5th, which is nice because it really allows us to set new intentions, set new goals, or refine the ones that we're already working on. Refine the things that haven't really come into play yet. And Cancer energy is so nurturing and supportive for this. So we're going to be aligning with people, situations that really make us feel good about who we are, where there is support, where there is reciprocity. It's not as much of a selfish energy. We're really working to release those types of people, situations in our life so we can choose things that are more heart-honoring, that are more in alignment with what we desire, with our happiness, our fulfillment, our life path. So this is also a really good time to set your own intention as well. If you would like Spirit to deliver certain messages or answer certain questions, definitely bring those and be open to receive. All right, let's get into it. It's a little windy today. We had a really beautiful rainstorm last night. The sunset was amazing. Maybe I'll insert a picture. It was just like gorgeous. I love it. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages from coming through. Fear, doubt, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value, anger, frustration. Release it from our being. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Mama Love, amen. We all need that love, right? We all, especially right now, times are pretty intense. The world is charged. It's pretty crazy when you step back and look at a lot of the things that are happening. It's forcing us to make progress, to make changes, and really choose better things for our heart, for our future. We're being forced to evolve, whether we want to or not right now. And if we are cognizant, if we are aware of that, there is a lot of healing and there's a lot of blessing that's coming through in the process. Awareness is key right now in the collective, in the astrology. Tuning into people and situations that we interact with on a daily basis to really understand whether it is something that works for us or not. Okay, I love this. So progression. So it is all part of the journey, right? Like, excuse me, I think sometimes we get caught up in the destination and we forget about the steps of progress, right? Like one step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. Anything that comes in instantly or immediately definitely needs to be scrutinized, right? Because usually what comes in quickly goes away quickly, or we're not building that solid foundation in order to sustain whatever that is. And we have these steps along our path that force us to gain more wisdom, more awareness around our life circumstances, around the people that we're dealing with, so we can level up and step into our power 100%. First house, the house of self. It's who we are. It's the way that we tap into our authenticity and our beauty. Not only within ourselves, but also the way we work in harmony with this world. I know that's a huge conversation, a huge topic, but the way we treat ourselves is the way we treat others. The way we treat ourselves is the type of people that we attract, the type of situations we attract. And Spirit's asking us to gain this wisdom, gain this knowledge, especially today, and really step into our power from what we learn, from what we understand and know. Partnership has been coming up a lot in the readings lately because we are in a space where we have to scrutinize the types of individuals, the types of relationships that we are allowing into our life. Is it serving us? Is it helping us? Is it supportive of what we want and what we need? Or is it something that's getting in the way? Is it something that's leaving us feeling stagnated? Yeah, blocked. Especially as it relates to our ability to feel supported. And support, I mean like just in life in general. When we don't have that support, when we don't feel like we have people who are working on our team, on our side, it's really hard. It's really hard to do it, you know, to make things happen, to kind of see things with clarity and understanding. But I feel like a lot of what you've been traveling through is putting you in this new position of authority. There has been a lot of energy around people that are doing the work. There's this element of leveling up. Yep. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So that complete abundance. Knowing how to, or learning how to draw that in, to be open to our wealth, to our abundance. Recognizing the places where we're letting the hardship, the pain, the defeat overwhelm us. And I feel like this comes into play a lot for you in the way that you allow people into your life. Taking responsibility for other people's stuff. Thinking it's something about you when in fact it's just... you know, it's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow. For some reason, this reading, I've started this reading a couple times and it just feels like really arduous. There's something that feels really heavy and stagnant in the air. And I don't feel like this is necessarily coming from you. I feel like this is more outside energies that you're dealing with. You're being put into a new position where you are either people are looking up to you, you're in a position of authority. You've cultivated something very beautiful for yourself, especially as it relates to the people that you are around, whether they like you or not. There's a new level of respect coming in because you have this beautiful balance between giving to yourself and then bringing that back into your partnerships, into your relationships. All right, let's get into it. Okay, 9 of Wands. So feeling a little bit on the defensive. You've gone through a lot. It's been overwhelming. It's been difficult. It's looked very... the path has not been clear. I feel like you've kind of had to really find your way through the dark, through the fog. And it's like, you know, you can sense it. You're following your intuition, but I think there still is this element of you that's not certain. Okay, there's our Empress. But you're committed. You're committed to this abundance, this happiness and fulfillment that you're drawing into your life. But again, it's been a long journey to get here. And I think there's this feeling with this 9 of Wands of still this element of instability. You might have already released, let go of people from the past. Here they are. They pop up right as I'm saying it, 6 of Cups. But there's still some unfinished business. I feel like you've hit this new level of wisdom, of understanding and integration. And then we're going to be seeing some of these people from the past pop up. I don't know. I don't know if I love some of this energy that's coming from the outside environment. Someone, something who wants relationship with you, partnership, a partnership that's gone wrong. This definitely has friend, community, colleague around it. Not specifically love. It could be love for you. It could be someone who's just interested in starting something again. Maybe they want to start out as friends, or they feel some level of connection to you. They're seeing the progress that you've made. They've been watching from the sidelines. But there is a lot of deliberation going on behind the scenes. Is it worth it? Does it make sense? And I feel like because of everything that you've been through, you're very, very protective of your energy. Because it hasn't been easy to get to this point. Navigating through the dark, navigating through situations where you're not seeing the path clearly. You're just holding on to this, vision in the future, this abstract concept that you feel in your soul exists. And I do feel like you're proud of yourself, like you've seen the fruits of your labor to some capacity, but it's still not looking 100% how you had hoped. And I feel like that's kind of where we are in this testing phase in the astrology, where especially with Saturn, Neptune in retrograde, Pluto's in retrograde right now. So that's a lot of the outer planets. And it's forcing us to look at the places where we've allowed that mental fog illusion dictate how we respond to people and to situations. I feel like a conversation is on the horizon with this individual who is really missing you, reflecting on how things played out. I feel like there was an ending or a time of separation, but this is someone who wants to come back in. This is someone who misses you. When they think back onto you, onto the relationship, it's with fond memories. But it went sour. And trying to figure out how they want to approach you. If they want to approach you, is it worth it? What will your response be? They feel that Nine of Wands energy within you. They feel like, or there's a lot of fear around you being not receiving them. I don't necessarily get an apology, I'm not going to lie. So let's see, actually. Let's pull on that and see. Yeah, because I don't necessarily see someone coming to ask for forgiveness, but they want to start fresh. They want to move things forward. They don't want things to be as difficult and as toxic as before. They are looking to connect with you, maybe partner up with you. Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. However, be really conscious and mindful. I heard this thing, I don't know, maybe 6 months, a year ago or so. And I think it was a reading and they were saying, don't go back to the past, right? And we need to scrutinize what is coming in. There's a reason why it left our life. There's a reason why the disconnect happened. And if we do have people coming back in, situations popping back up, requesting our time and energy, we really need to scrutinize it. You've done so much work at this point that you can pick and choose. Coming in as the Empress is you stepping into your power, you knowing your worth and value. And that's why with this Nine of Wands, you're incredibly protective over yourself. I feel like this might have been someone who left you in a time of difficulty or contributed to that difficulty. And that's why they don't really want to address what happened. I mean, I do feel like there's going to be a conversation, but they don't really want to talk about They just kind of want to move forward. That's what I see. I feel it's like, hey, let's connect. Hey, do you want to do this together? And then just kind of sweep things under the rug. This Queen of Pentacles is holding a mask, and you can't really see it. You have to look a little bit harder. And so this feels like someone who is hiding some things, not fully divulging. So again, be really mindful. It's confirmation to be mindful of what you choose, how you choose to engage, making sure that you're not just making decisions out of like, oh, this feels so great. Oh, I'm so happy we reconnect, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like those things are very nice. But with this 5 of Cups energy, this is Scorpio energy. Don't let it play on your heartstrings, on your emotions in a way that you find yourself making decisions that you wouldn't make otherwise. Sometimes we have to go back through, yeah, exactly what happened. And I feel like there is a lot of pain here. I feel like it's almost easier to appease this Queen of Pentacles because of the way that they are communicating with you, the way they are pulling on your heartstrings. Do I feel like their intentions are horrible? No, but I do feel like they're very selfish. I feel like this is more about their own agenda. This is more about their own money, money for them, especially if money is involved, if you share finances, if you're collaborating, if you make money from whatever you do with this person. Or, you know, here's the thing. I feel like they need you. I feel like they need you. They're looking at you as someone who would be a great addition to their life and that you're going to bring them success. But I don't feel them wanting success for you. Not that they don't, but it's, again, it's a very selfish energy. It's someone who is very focused on themselves. It's someone who's very, you know, not paying attention to who and what they want, or I'm sorry, who and what you want, who you are. And I almost feel like they're disregarding a lot of what's happened in the past. And yes, that comes through not really addressing it, not wanting to talk about it, feeling a little embarrassed is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it was their own victory. That's that confirmation on that selfishness. It's not about you. And I feel like you've done a lot of work to walk away, to remove yourself from these types of individuals. You can't avoid this conversation. So what I'm seeing is definitely prepare yourself. Think through how you would respond to this person, to this individual. But I also feel like the way that you do, like your response is very important, you know, what you say, how you approach it, because there is a little bit of tension underneath the surface. And I feel like maybe you guys left on a bad note, or there was a fight, there was an argument that is unhealed because it feels a little combative. Not that this person is coming to start that fight with you again, but I feel like if you say certain things, they're more than willing to go down that path. So we've been talking a lot lately about that value of just being able to know what to say and what not to say. Sometimes it's better to say nothing. Sometimes it's better to just say, you know, that really doesn't work for me, or I have a lot going on right now. I apologize. Maybe we can connect later, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Because again, this person is going to approach you with a very friendly, oh wow, hey, how are you? I've been coming across whatever. I've been thinking of you, or, you know, reminiscing or whatever. They're good with their words. They're good with how they articulate in a way that makes you want to believe, to hope, to believe it's going to be different than what it was in the past. I don't see a lot of changing, especially with the Fool and the Emperor being in the blocked energy. That's talking about how someone's not really willing to change their behavior. And it goes back to that message that I received a year ago or so. Like, there's a reason, right? There's a reason why the past leaves us. I know that's a little redundant. I apologize, but we really have to just remember, as much as it might validate our ego, it goes back to that value of instant gratification. It feels good for a moment, but then sometimes when we like link up with people that treated us poorly, or we get back into something, it's great. It's like that, honeymoon phase. And then it can get really like, it's just, we go into that space of remembrance. It doesn't feel so great after, because then we start questioning, is this really what I want to do? Well, what about this when they did X, Y, and Z to me? And Spirit, I feel like this Nine of Wands is asking you to be very protective of yourself, remembering those boundaries that you have set. Yeah, so sage, cleanse, purify your heart, your mind, your soul. What is making you disconnect from yourself? What is making you not trust, not believe? Wanting to appease other people, wanting to make others happy and not giving that to yourself as much. And I do really feel like we are in a time of purification, cleansing. You can do an energy cleansing. You can do a food, like a detox, right, for your physical body, your physiology. Seed leaf, asking us, every beginning requires a kickstart. The Passiflora incarnate, the seed leaf, is what gives this plant its start. As the seedlings grow, the seeds give way to true leaves and germinate, and germination comes to a close. As small as these leaves are, they are critical to the plant's development. So remembering that every step we take, every decision we make is critical to this journey of progression. And there's a reason why there is sequence in life. It is natural unfolding. When we pay attention, we give ourselves the gift of tuning into our heart. You are the origin and the messenger of your story. It is your responsibility to decipher your truth. And again, that is a lifelong practice. Sometimes we are very in tune with ourselves, and sometimes not so much. And I feel like with this past situation, you weren't as in tune with yourself. But you've learned a lot, not only in that experience, but through the past however long. You've learned even more being away from this situation, from this individual. And now Spirit is asking you to connect with what you've learned and integrate it as this individual comes back into your life or this situation. As the surges of pain ease, slivers of hope reveal themselves. How do you remain buoyant, knowing life is a series of waves that occasionally ebb and flow? So we are going to have times of abundance, times of satisfaction, happiness, and then there are times where difficult things pop up. This feels like someone who definitely was from one of the more difficult times in your life. They're coming back in when you are stronger and more empowered. And now you have to really decipher whether it is worth your time, your energy to sacrifice this part of yourself. Is it worth it to link up? Is it worth it to collaborate? Is it worth it to re-engage with this energy? Or do you need to really honor your heart, your mind, your soul, all the work that you've done to get to this place? So I hope that wasn't too miscombobulated. I don't know why the energy feels a little disoriented right now. That's probably that Neptune in retrograde. So thank you so much for your time and energy always. I hope you found messages here. I hope it resonated for you. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates, or just give a little love and support. I hope you have a fabulous day. I'm excited to see what comes for you, what bears fruit, and I'm sending all the love and blessings your way.